Welcome to the Let's Talk Basic podcast, where girls talk about everything basic.
Join us as we sit down with a glass of wine and see where the conversation goes.
Kick back,
Relax,
and get ready for the ultimate girls' night in.
I'm your host, Joanne.
And I'm Vanessa. Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome back.
It's a Friday night for us.
Yeah, so excited. So I think this week we were planning to do or continue our Valentine's series and talk about love and relationships.
I'm over that.
Yeah. But as we mentioned, it's a Friday night. We just finished a week of work, and I think we're going to go back to true Let's Talk Basic fashion and just see where the conversation goes.
Because we need to rant.
Yeah.
We just tried this new bottle of wine. Like, it's a new bottle of rosé that everyone's been talking about.
Yeah.
It's called, what is it? Whispering Angels.
And I've heard so much about it, so I was so excited to try it, but I was worried it wouldn't live up to the hype. But it lived up to the hype.
It's really good.
I love it.
I like it.
Yeah.
So we're like almost a bottle in.
Yeah. So we got the rosé. It was just the first one we saw, so that's what we took.
It's really, really good. And obviously we're drinking it in our Let's Talk Basic wine glasses. You can check us out on Instagram because we just posted something. And with the week that we're both having, I feel like it was necessary to have the entire bottle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we're getting pretty low, so.
Yeah. I'm feeling a little down, but Joanne and I were actually talking about skincare products.
Yeah. Okay. So I was going to say your skin, it looks amazing. And I don't know, like, honestly, it's because I've been noticing mine. Like I was at a conference this week, and every time I looked in the mirror, I was also drinking at this conference, but every time I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh my gosh, like I look so haggard.
You don't look haggard.
I feel like I do, but like your skin is glowing.
Oh, thank you.
So
I really appreciate
what have
that.
you been doing?
So Joanne got me this new jade roller for my birthday, and I've been using it. But like aside from that,
Yeah. Have you actually found that it helps?
So we'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that jade roller because I have my own opinions on it and others have theirs.
Okay.
But in terms of my skin product, number one, I didn't even tell you this, but I have been on my juice cleanse for 3 days.
Right.
Like actually today and
nice.
it ended it today, so it could be a little bit of that.
Okay.
Okay, so
did you go for like a detox one or like what?
I went, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of context.
Yeah.
January was a complete write-off for me.
Yeah.
People were like, oh, dry January. Not going to happen for me. My birthday's there. I had a trip in there. Like, there's no way. And I just don't like setting myself up for failure.
It's very fair.
Right? So I totally did not have any... I failed on my New Year's resolutions. I did not have any... Like, there's no dry January. I drank.
Was that a resolution that you had?
I don't know. So I didn't do dry January, but coming back from my trip, I just went to Portugal, and I just, cheap wine, great seafood. I just couldn't resist. I came back. I did feel a little bloated. So I do these cleanses, or juice cleanses. I use Greenhouse Juice Co. I use the standard cleanse. So there's gentle, standard, and then there's green. So I use the one that's kind of like right in the middle. I've used it a couple times. And for me, I just use it to reset. Right? When I find that my energy levels are down and I'm feeling kind of sluggish, I don't want to work out, this is kind of a reset for me.
Right.
So I've used it a couple times and it's really helped with my energy levels. So I've done it again. I didn't even tell you. So this is my 3rd day. So it might have a little bit to do with my skin. And it's also because I've been sleeping better. Okay?
Yeah.
I've also started using a humidifier at night.
Yeah. So key.
So like right before I go to bed, I put one like right near my face.
Yeah.
And it just kind of pumps out, like
Are
moist
you using
air.
like your sage one or?
I use my sage one at home.
Yeah.
But when I'm at my boyfriend's house, he uses another one. So
Oh,
we're
okay.
keeping that humidity going like within the air.
Yeah.
So that's another key thing.
Okay.
And then Joanne also got me a jade roller. Okay.
Yeah, for your birthday.
For my birthday. And this thing, I will say this. So people are like, you're never going to use it.
Yeah.
So I challenged them. I use it, like I keep it at my desk on the computer.
Yeah.
So at night, I freeze it.
Yeah.
I put it in the freezer. In the morning, while I'm, before I put my makeup on, the eye bags are really important to depuff.
Yeah.
And usually around the jawline.
Yeah.
So people usually like are missing, like doing the neck area or doing the cheek area. For me, my trouble areas are like usually like on the jawline because I don't want like a double chin or anything. So I do it like right here.
Yeah.
I just keep rolling it on my jawline for like probably like 20 rolls per side. And then I put it back in the freezer. And before I go to work, I take it back and I keep rolling it like while I'm working sometimes.
So you bring it to work with you?
Oh, I bring it to my work.
Oh, wow.
And people are like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I don't know if it's worked. Like my boyfriend obviously thinks it doesn't. He's like, that's not helping.
Yeah.
But Joanne said it does.
Well, I feel like, your face looks really like...
Yeah. There's that, and it's also
healthy.
Yeah, and it's also the forehead.
Yeah.
I keep rolling it on my forehead, something like it's definitely, I feel like it's helped me.
Yeah.
So
I also got you some herbivore like facial oils. Have you been using those?
I haven't used those yet.
Okay.
Those are next on my list.
Yeah.
Because I have so many different things going on in my face.
Yeah.
Another thing that I was telling you about is I've been trying this Innisfree line.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a Korean brand that just got brought into Canada. Right now it's actually sold in Walmart.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen it at like a few other places before they came.
Yeah.
And opened their store.
It said Yorkdale and it's also at Eaton Center in Toronto. But I got mine at Walmart in Markville Mall.
Yeah.
And I started wanting to try their products. So one of my friends recommended that I try their green tea sleeping mask. Right. So I tried that. And Joanne knows that I have like quote unquote eczema. Yeah. Like around my nose and underneath my lip.
I feel like I have eczema too. So
a lot of people do though.
Yeah. Especially like around seasonal changes or things like that. Like I feel like there's flare-ups or like just in certain areas where you have like
different patches.
Yeah, like dry skin that you can't
get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been saying that. Like I've lived with Jo before and I've told her and I've complained about it. And she's also seen it on my skin as well. And I kid you not, I've been using this sleeping mask for a week and it's completely gone.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I am gonna try it.
Yeah. So
is it like a sheet mask?
No.
Okay.
So they have sheet masks as well.
Yeah.
So I've heard those ones work incredibly. I haven't tried those.
Yeah.
But
I don't think I would want a sleep mask.
Yeah. But
like a sheet mask.
Yeah, so I like this one because you can leave it on and you don't have to wash it off.
Yeah.
And it's called the sleeping mask.
Okay.
So there's two kind of different, so there's two kind of there's two flavors is kind of the wrong word.
I don't know, whatever.
There's two different
I get what you
scents.
mean. Yeah.
Right? So there's green tea, which I would recommend.
Yeah.
It smells amazing. And the other one is orchid.
Okay.
So it's, green tea and orchid. I have them both. And green tea is definitely my favorite.
Okay.
I keep one at my house, one set at my house, the green tea one that I like better, and then the orchid one at my boyfriend's house so that I can use both of them.
Do they have like different properties or anything like that, or is it just the scent?
I think it's just the scent.
Okay.
They might say different things on the box, but I think they do the same things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So try it out.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for new, face products, I know it's still early on in the new year for you guys to try different things. So
yeah.
Try
Innisfree. Honestly, guys, Vanessa's skin looks really good tonight.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, try it out.
Okay, I'm sold. So, okay, we were talking about work. What? Deep drain.
I had to check,
Yeah. This week has been hard.
It's
like,
so
where did
hard.
January go, and why does it feel so crazy?
Well, I think first off, there's been a lot of changes at my work, and I think my boss just quit a couple of weeks ago.
That's tough.
Yeah, I really loved like working with him, and I've told you many times he's been really, really supportive. Like, so I think anytime something like that happens, when you know the person that you report to leaves, whether you like them or not, is a change.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So it's been a lot of change for me, and change is not necessarily bad, but in any case, it's just a lot of adjustment.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm feeling. And then I've had 2 coordinators that were supposed to start, and I was really, really excited for them to kind of join the team. And then I find out that one of them actually quit before they even started.
Oh,
I didn't even tell you this one.
No. Oh, yeah. Shoot.
So there was just like so much going on, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so done.
I think I might have somebody for you.
Oh, great!
If you're interested, okay. Well,
we are looking for someone else. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. So I think for me, it's just been January is supposed to be a fresh start, but it doesn't feel like a fresh start for me.
Right.
There's been so many different changes, people leaving, coming in, and people quitting, I guess, before even starting. So it's definitely been a tough month, I think. Yeah. It's a tough first month of the fresh, brand new 2020 year.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to admit it. I think I'm feeling a little down.
Yeah.
Like today when I got off work, and it sounds so silly because like Joanne and I obviously had plans to do this podcast at like, okay, let's leave at 4:30. I literally could not wait a minute more.
Well, you messaged me at like 4:15, like I'm done.
Yeah.
I was still in a meeting. It's like, okay, I guess I will see you later.
Yeah, like for me, it wasn't me trying to be rude or trying like not to meet up with her. It was more like I could not be in this place any longer, and I don't know where to go. And my first resort was like, I'm just gonna go drink.
Yeah,
that was me.
That's fair. Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with you or anything. It was just like, I am so done with this place specifically that I cannot even bear being in this place for 10 minutes longer.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
And like, I guess for some background, Vanessa and I work about like, I don't know, 5-10 minute walk away from each other. So literally, usually we'll meet up when we're gonna meet for like podcasting or whatever. Drinks, or drinks. But she was just like, no, I'm gone. I will meet you at your house later.
I literally had thoughts about like, okay, should I just meet Joe at the bar underneath her work?
Yeah, we could have done that.
I thought about that. Like these were like, that's what I was like resorting to.
Yeah.
Because I just needed to escape.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds really unhealthy. It makes me feel like an alcoholic a little bit, but
we all have those days. Like honestly, I get those so often where I think it's so much of it is people that you work with, right? Like,
yeah,
sometimes it could be the job itself, but I think for me personally, the hardest thing is people that you work with and you have no control over that. And like, gosh, every time like somebody does something stupid or whatever, I'm like, I cannot deal with this. I need a drink. Like, I feel like, honestly, there was a period where every day after work, I'm like, glass of wine immediately.
There are days when I'm speaking to my colleagues and we're all around the lunch table and every single person seems down and everyone's like, I need a drink.
Yeah.
Right? And everyone's like, is this job turning me, or this workplace, and this toxic workplace turning me into an alcoholic?
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes I do feel like that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like work also goes in waves.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? There are days where I'm going into work early. I'm like, this is the week. This is my week. I'm ready to conquer it. And then once you get in, you're like, holy, like I take that back.
Yeah.
Right? I'm defeated again. So it's like finding that right balance, and I haven't figured it out yet. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know if I figured it out, and I don't know what's the right balance. I don't know if this is how I'm supposed to feel and what's really normal for a workplace, because I don't know.
I know. And like one of the hardest things is like, how long do you stick it out for?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I struggle with that. Like,
Yeah.
For me, like my hardest thing is this one coworker who's more senior than me, and just feeling like they are like actually the worst person in the world.
Yeah.
And having to deal with them, listen to them like spout ideas that I feel like are just complete foolishness. And being like, I have to listen to this person.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that's something, and that's for like my current workplace. But in my last workplace, the reason why I left was like I had a lot of catty people. That was the environment I worked in, where every day they would just like talk crap about other people, like exclude people from certain invitations, and like that was kind of the work environment. And every day I was like, I got to a point where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like, it doesn't make me happy to go in. It makes me really stressed to go into work. And that's when I have to be like, no, I call it.
Yeah.
Done.
So my question to you, and you don't have to have an answer, but like, so you've dealt with catty people, and you've dealt with people who you don't enjoy working for, you know, other reasons. I mean, I guess if you had to pick, which one would you prefer? Is there a better one, or is it they're both just as bad?
I mean, they're very different.
Yeah.
Like they both make me feel awful.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they both make me stressed. Like I carry it with me after work, and going into work, it like doesn't make me feel good. But at the same time, I don't know if it's because I have a few more years since my last experience. But number one, I feel like I have to see if I'm able to rise above it. So in my current position, I feel like I have a lot more control of my environment than that one person. So even though they annoy me and like it frustrates me, I can still work around them, you know? Whereas the other one, I probably could have worked around them too, but because I think I just didn't stand for it as much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was still pretty early in my career, and I'm like, I don't need to deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even now, I feel like I don't need to deal with that now, but I can. And I like the job that I'm doing, so I'll put up with it more, if that makes sense.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Right? Because I feel like I'm somewhat in the same position because, like you, I really enjoy my job. Right? The actual work that I'm doing, I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Right? I get to kind of call my own shots. I like the work that I do, and I feel like the work that I do is making an impact. And I love the organization that I work for. There's nothing wrong with number one, the actual project, the actual job, or the cause itself. Right? And very similar to you and kind of what you pointed out is the fact that it's the people.
Yeah.
Right? And don't get me wrong, there's some really great people that I work with.
Yeah.
Right? And those are the people that I had lunch with and that I rant to as well. But there's like certain people that are probably on the management level that really make this hard for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Right? And I think for me, it's more like not being able to have them see like the value that I actually contribute. Right? So I reported to someone who reported to someone.
Yeah.
Right? And like I said, my boss is no longer there.
Yeah.
So now I'm reporting to someone else.
Yeah.
That, number one, I don't think ever saw value in me.
Yeah.
Didn't understand what I do.
Yeah.
And most of all, don't even like the program that I work on.
Yeah.
That he kind of just
inherited. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's a huge, like, if I worked in a place where I felt like my senior person didn't respect the work that I did, that would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas, like, for me, at least, it was, in my workplaces, it was situational, where it's like other people, they annoy me. They're like, I think they have a lot of stupid ideas, but at least my managers and like senior management always respected the work that I did and felt like I was doing a good job.
Yeah.
But when, like, I feel like in your case, it's like they're kind of disrespecting you.
Yeah.
I feel like you're doing an amazing job.
And I will, like, from another perspective, from their perspective, right? I don't think it's necessarily me that they don't like. I think it's the program.
Right.
So, to give you guys a little bit more context, this new person the senior person that I'm reporting to inherited this program, right? A program that he never signed up to manage, a program that he never had hands in kind of growing and developing and try to get it up from the ground up. So when the company restructured,
but like, I guess more background is like, this was a project or program that you started, it was your baby, you like built it from the 100%. Beginning. Yeah.
Right. I love this program. Yeah. Like, I have full belief in it. I think it's going to do well. I put my heart and soul into it. Right. I've committed 100% into this program, and I think it's going to do well. And I've put kind of like some boundaries within it that I really think that it's going to be a successful program this year. Yeah. And although my imprint and my fingerprints were on it last year, it's even more so and more evident this year. Yeah. Right. In my opinion. And I think the senior person that I'm reporting to now has no idea what I have. Like, I don't want to like sacrifice sounds really like big, but like has no idea what kind of effort I put in and what kind of changes I've implemented. Right. So he has no idea what I've actually done for this program. Yeah. And the fact that, this is a program that he's inherited. Like, he's never signed up to manage this program. He has no idea, what it was like year 1 to year 2 to year 3. Right. He has no idea. So he has been given this program and just like given it to him on his lap and said, this is now yours. It probably didn't feel good for him either, right? That he has this program that he has no knowledge about. He hasn't really invested a lot of time to learn about it. And I think he's starting to open up, but it's taken a really long time, right? So I think for me, it's more like me getting to know this other person, trying to gain this person's trust, and then also trying to grow a program and making it relevant, right? Like, all in the same year is just like kind of like an uphill battle that I'm trying to figure out if it's worth it or not. Yeah. I think it's the thing. Yeah. Right? I go back and forth thinking about, shoot, I really like this program and I really want to work on it. And if it goes good, and if it goes well, it could go really well. And then and then sometimes when I'm at my low points, like today, why am I doing this? What's the point? It's never going to get noticed. It's probably going to get shut down. So I go back and forth with these waves of feeling really good about the program to really bad about the program. And I need to get to a point where I need to feel like this is okay. Yeah. Right. And I struggle between like wanting to stick it out and wanting to do really, really well and just like prove everyone wrong. And then there are other days where I'm like, why am I trying to be the hero? Yeah. When no one even cares or respects this program. Yeah. So there's different waves that I go through. Yeah. And I'm not really sure, even to this day when I'm, talking about this openly, that where I stand. And I think that's the hardest part for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. And like, work takes up so much of your life, right? Yeah. Like, it's literally the majority of your life.
We wake up every day going to work and then coming back.
Yeah.
It's like literally we spend the majority of our lives at work and with our coworkers.
Yeah.
Right? So if you don't like the job or the people that you work with, that's a huge deal.
It is. Yeah.
Right? And I think, I don't want to sound like a, crazy person, but like, I want to reiterate the fact that I actually really love my job and I love my program and I really enjoy the people that I work with. Right? It's this one little gray cloud that kind of hovers over me from now and then. Like weekly, but like, Monday, Tuesday, and then like it goes away like Wednesday, Thursday, and comes back Friday.
Yeah.
So like it definitely comes in waves. So I don't want to sound like I'm really displeased, but they're definitely like today is definitely a hard day for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, I don't know, for me, it's this month or this year has started off tough because I had to re-interview for my own position.
Oh, I can't even imagine that.
It's hard to explain it to other people because it sounds so ridiculous.
I feel like it probably happens more often than not.
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever had to do it. And it's stressful because you're going into an interview with your own manager to prove your own value essentially against other people who you have no idea like what their experiences or where they're coming from. So I've been so stressed. I think that's why my skin is really bad too because I haven't
Your skin is not bad, by the way. Her skin is, there's like not one thing on her skin.
I feel like it's really bad. And I've been getting a lot of like stress acne.
There's not a
There is.
Where the heck is it?
Like all on the chin.
Oh my god,
that's where
people, you should see her skin. There's nothing on her skin.
No.
It's because we're need to drink water.
It's probably true. I've been drinking a lot. But yeah, I think that's been hard. But going back to this one coworker that just drives me crazy. He was on the phone today and talking really loudly. I was talking with another coworker and like finally my friend leaves and walks by this coworker that drives us both crazy. And he starts gloating to him, like gloating to my friend saying, "Oh, I got a scam call today. And he was on the phone with me for 20 minutes because I kept asking him, 'Oh, what's your name? Sorry, what's your name? Sorry, can you repeat that?' And like, I guess just kept goading this like whatever caller. But I'm like, you were on a phone with a scam caller for 20 minutes
and you're showing off?
Yeah. And he was so proud of himself and just like, ha ha ha, like laughing like that. I'm like, are you freaking kidding? Like, why is this something that you are proud of?
I would die.
Like, I just can't sometimes.
Oh my god.
So
that's really bad.
Right?
That's actually stupid. I'm sorry, that was really mean, but like, I think that's actually awful.
The number of like, this is not the first time this has happened, which is actually so frustrating as well. There's other times where he'll get like a, I don't know, duct cleaning call. Like we all get those, right?
We get those all the time.
You say, "Sorry, I'm not interested," and then it's like, "Okay, thank you, bye." Instead, this guy will choose to threaten the person and say, "Tell me where you live. You know, I'm with the FBI. I can find you."
Like, so he has a lot of time on his hands.
Are you kidding?
He likes belittling people.
Like, that is just behavior of
psychopath.
I mean,
I've been watching a lot of shows lately.
Yeah. Who does that?
Psychopath.
And we're in an open concept. Like, everybody hears you. Like,
oh no. I can see why you are really.
So it's just, like, is it gonna make or break my job? No, but I sit next to this person.
Yeah.
So.
That's awful.
Yeah. And like the number of times people have complained just being like, okay, go in a room,
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be on a call for 20 minutes trying to, like, I don't know.
Trying to troll this person.
Yeah. Go into a freaking room.
That's
Nobody wants to hear that.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. That sucks. Okay, but
Okay.
like on a brighter note for
Yeah.
work, okay?
Yeah.
My new intern started, my new coordinator,
Yay.
and she's so lovely.
Oh.
And you know what I love about hiring a good person is that the people around you also notice,
Yeah.
right? So I've gotten comments about, and so just to give you also, like you as well, Joanne, because I don't think I've told you as well. I haven't told you this yet, but there are a couple coordinators that started this month, and she's probably like the fourth one. And no one has ever said, oh, she looks really sweet, she looks really nice, and she looks really smart. Like, these people have actually started before them. And I've gotten comments about this person from multiple people.
Wow.
About how nice she is. Like, she seems really sweet, she looks really smart. Like, and the best comment of all is that she looks so normal. And going through this interview process has made me realize that saying that someone is normal is like the ultimate like compliment.
Yeah.
Do you know how many like weird like people that are like a little off that you're like, holy, like what was that about?
Can you even imagine like dating right now? When you think about that.
That's so awful because you have a resume on like when you're interviewing people.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's so true. I never thought about that. Oh my god.
Right?
Oh my god. Oh my god. So now that you just opened this new thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just told you about this one person that obviously, declined the offer. And so we're now in the market to look for another person.
Yeah.
And my HR person came to me and was like, hey, do you want this person that was on your third list, or do you want to start from scratch? Right?
Yeah.
And her concept was like, look, we're not going to get anyone in for another month if we start from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to offer this person that's kind of like mediocre, then we can just get her in.
Right.
Right? And I was like, you know what? Let me think about this. Mm-hmm. So I went back, I got her resume, and I sat back down and I thought about it. And I went over all the like little things that like in her interview and like what I thought about it and why I didn't put her on my top kind of list.
Yeah.
And I went back to her and I was like, look, I can't do it. Because at the same time, I'm going to have to work with I have to work with this person for 8 months.
Yeah.
Right? And if I'm like not sure about it,
it's just going to get worse.
It's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not that I don't think that this person can do the job.
Mm.
I think this person can do the job. And I think it's more about vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And a lot of times it's about whether you think you can work well with this person. So this one coordinator that I hired that everyone loves, her and I vibe.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I just made her, we talk and she is just on the same wavelength as me. Right? Sometimes, like, I don't have to talk and she knows exactly what I'm saying. And it's been a week.
Yeah.
Right? So those are I think for me, when I look for someone that I would like to work with and a team member, I think as long as you have some of the skills, the rest we can start to develop.
Yeah.
Right? We can develop the rest of the skills. It's not a big deal. Like,
yeah.
I'm not working in like medical science. So, like, I work in events.
Yeah.
Like, we can teach you things.
Yeah.
it's not rocket science here.
Yeah.
It's not a hard job.
Yeah.
Right? So I think the first thing that I look for is someone that I think that I can work well with and that can work well with the team.
Yeah.
Someone that's going to be receptive of feedback and also follow instructions well.
Yeah.
So like someone that I think I can vibe with. This person, I can just tell it's going to drive me nuts.
Yeah.
It's going to ask me a million questions, why I think this way, my process and everything. And I'm not saying that that I don't like to be challenged. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Right? So I'd rather hire someone who has the same thought process as I do and does not have to question it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes so much sense.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I think naturally a fit is such a huge part of workplace, right?
Yeah.
I remember going through the interview process for another position that at a previous job I was working with. And like we were interviewing this guy and he was hitting all the answers like perfectly. But there was just something about him.
Some cheesiness.
Yeah. That was like, not even cheesy. It was like, just something about him. It was like, I don't know if he's going to be a good fit. But like, it seems like he knows his stuff. So, you know, we hired based on like skill set, like, you know, objectively.
Yeah.
He was terrible for the job.
Wait, so you guys hired him?
We hired him.
Oh, gosh.
And like, he lasted about 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, no, this isn't gonna work out.
So did you guys let him go, or did he let him go himself? Did he let go of himself?
I think it was like he found another job, but it was like it was gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So he definitely felt it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. But it's just like sometimes you just know, like they're not, the way that they think is different, like kind of what you're saying, like the thought process doesn't go the same places that you would kind of immediately think of.
I just think that getting someone into a role where they have kind of the same process, like thinking process, is so much easier than having someone that has the right skill set but does not have the same thought process.
Yeah.
Because you then have to explain to this person like why you're doing it this way, and like why we do things this way, and like this is how it happens, and
they
like,
just don't get it.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
Like you can have for me, I think skill set is like the last thing I look at.
Yeah.
Like you need to have some, like for me, common sense is the most important thing.
Yeah.
If you have common sense, you're a nice person, and you have great customer service in my role, bang. Like I'm going to hire you.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is also we have to take into account that like I'm hiring for an entry position role. Yeah. Right? They're not supposed to have all of the skill set. And I think that's what people always like kind of misinterpret, right? Like they're like, oh, but this person has more experience. I don't care if this person has more experience. They're now accustomed to doing things this way, where I'm actually here at the foundation, we do things this way.
Yeah. Right?
So I don't know. I always go with my gut feeling and how I feel at an interview.
Yeah. I think that's like really key. And I think going into that, for me as an interviewee too, if I don't feel like I have a good fit with the management or the interviewer or the overall like culture of that company based on the interview, I'm out.
Yeah.
I can't, you know that it's not going to be good.
Wait, Joe, I have to ask you this. So have you ever gone into an interview and you like within like 10 minutes or so, you're like, I don't even want to, I want to get out now. Like, I don't even like this vibe. I don't think that I'm going to report well to this person and I want to get out.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Oh my gosh. How awkward is that?
You know what? Then I switch into like, okay, I'm just going to use this as like interview experience, right? Like you like kind of work on how you answer questions.
So bad.
But like, yeah, when you get to that, like, do you have any questions for us? It's just like, no, let's wrap this up. Let's go.
I have, like, this is actually kind of recent. Like, I want to say like a couple months ago, I had this interview, and I kind of took it as if I get, like, it was kind of a stretch for me. It was a role that I don't know if I was ready for, but like it was like for another organization, it was a little bit smaller. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me check this out. Like, I'd love to see, you know, what the culture is like, and I'd love to see like what the structure of the team would look like. So I went in for this interview, and it was awful. Like, I went in to the building, and I already knew that I hated it.
Yeah.
So for companies who think that when candidates come into your office and like they don't care about how your office or X, Y, and Z looks, that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because I literally walked into like a dungeon.
Yeah.
I walked into a place and I kid you not, I took photos of the lobby and I'm like, what is this?
Oh my god.
It looks like a prison.
Yeah.
Right? There was no natural light at all. It was like, you know those nasty green carpets?
Oh.
It was like dark, gloomy, no natural light, and everything, it was not open concept.
Mm-hmm.
There's like so many different doors and everything. So I just felt trapped.
Yeah.
So I took a photo of it and I sent it to my boyfriend. I'm like, where am I? were the exact same word. Like, were the exact words. And he's like, get the F out.
Yeah.
So I'm like already there. I'm like, okay, let me go through this interview. I was having like the worst cough that week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I went in and I literally coughed the entire time.
Yeah.
And this person asked me like, hey, do you want to reschedule for this interview? And I was like, no, just let me finish. Because I knew at that point that...
Doesn't matter anyways.
I'm not going to spend another like 15 minutes commuting here to do another interview because I am so done.
Yeah.
Like, number one, the place looks awful. Right?
Yeah.
And the person that was interviewing me was clearly not on the same like wavelength, right?
Yeah.
Not to say that her thought process was better or not as good as mine. It was just we weren't on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
And then the foundation itself, like I just had no interest.
Yeah.
So it was like no, no, and no. There's no yeses within the category. So I'm just like, there's no way I'm coming here.
Yeah. So important. And
it's a weird thing.
Yeah. You really have to like hone in your senses to be like, can you spend the next, 80% of your life in this space with these people? And I think for me, like, I remember going into one of my interviews and speaking to the manager, loving them, then talking to the director, being like, I'm not going to get along with you. I'm not going to understand your thought process.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the job and it was exactly like, cause I love the manager. Like I thought he was great. And, then the manager left and I was like, oh crap. Cause like now I didn't have that buffer who understood how to deal with this director. That's how I am
right now.
Yeah.
Like the manager who hired me left.
Yeah.
And now I'm stuck with reporting to this person that clearly doesn't respect or like me or my program.
Yeah. And that's tough when you can't you can't figure them out or like you have no idea how to crack them or there's just,
I think it's just like fighting that you're fighting the uphill battle.
Yeah.
And you don't understand why.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm not speaking to your situation, but for me, it's not worth it. Yeah. I really don't think like
I go back
trying to fight to figure out why is not worth it when you could just work symbiotically with somebody who, you will get a lot more done with and like just have that rapport with. Mm-hmm. I don't know how this is going to play out for you, but who knows with your situation, it might change or like.
Well, I'm definitely going to keep you guys in the loop.
Yeah.
Because who knows what's going to happen. But I think it's just going to be a continuous thing that I'm going to have to update you guys on every podcast.
Every podcast. Yeah. It's just going to be rant time with Joe and B.
Yeah. So hopefully, I don't know. I know that we ranted, but I feel like these are relatable situations.
Yeah. I think I don't know who else is feeling this way, but if you are, then definitely know that we are
as well.
We share that with you. We'd love to hear your stories and make us feel better that we're not alone too. So
yeah, is it just us?
Yeah. Send us a message, tell us you relate. And cheers.
Happy Friday. Cheers to that.
Thanks for listening to the Let's Talk Basic podcast. For more exclusive content, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Let's Talk Basic.